Today is October 4, 2025. I want to take you back to my homeland, my birthplace, Hawaii. Makemake au e kaʻana like I ka hoʻāno o nā kānaka o laila a me ka moʻolelo e pono ai oe e ʻike. I want to share the sacredness of the people there in a story that you should know. When we think of Waikiki today, we imagine a glittering shoreline. Hotels rise high above the sand. Restaurants, shops, and tourists line Kalakaua Avenue. It is marketed as paradise, a place where the world comes to play. But beneath the surface of that paradise lies a story most visitors never hear, and even locals do not know. It is a story of empire. It is a story of desecration and erasure. It is a story of bones. In the year 2000, at the Diamond Head end of Kalakaua Avenue, at the entrance of Queen Kapiolani Park, a monument was constructed. It was called a burial mound, designed to house 50 sets of indigenous remains, the ʻiwi kupuna, that had been unearthed during infrastructure projects related to the newer hotels and resorts being built along Waikiki Beach. But the mound was not built only for them. It was constructed with room for, get this, 1,400 sets of remains. In anticipation that more bones would continue to surface as Waikiki was reshaped by further modernization and redevelopment for a, quote, Hawaii in the 21st century. Developers chose a native Hawaiian to design it, a descendant of the mother of both King Kalakaua and Queen Kapiolani. On the surface, that might seem like an honor. It might look like respect, but many native Hawaiians I encounter do not see it that way. What they share is grief, deep grief. They even cry at the thought. Because this mound tries to erase the fact that these remains should never have been disturbed at all. It is important to remember Hawaiians did not build burial mounds. This is a foreign invention. This was never their practice. Each original burial had been done with care, with ritual, with reverence for the land and the spirit world. To gather bones torn from the earth and place them together in a mound was not a return to tradition. Again, like I said earlier, it was an invention, a gesture that looked solemn but covered a violation. The 50 ancestors within were once scattered across Waikiki, laid to rest in ways that bound them to their families and to their aina. But once developers began reshaping the shoreline into a playground for outsiders, those sacred burials became obstacles. And in the eyes of developers, obstacles must be cleared, because those obstacles are obstacles to profit. The mound with its stone covering and commemorative plaques was meant to soothe the conscience of a city that thrives on tourism dollars. It was meant to signal respect even as the deeper truth went unspoken. And the truth is this: the ʻiwi kupuna should have been left where they were found. To many native Hawaiians, the mound is not comfort, it is not reconciliation, it is grief. It is the visible mark of how empire works, how it disturbs the sacred, covers it with something artificial, and tells the world it is respect. And yet there is something that cannot be erased. The bones remain. The ancestors remain. Their mana is still present beneath the stone. Perhaps that is the quiet act of resistance. That no matter how empire tried to gather them into one place, the ʻiwi kupuna are still there. Their presence lingers, a reminder that sacredness cannot be bulldozed away, no matter how many resorts rise along the shore. Waikiki's burial mound is not a monument of honor. It is a monument of theft. And it calls us, even now, to tell the truth. And so maybe the question we should carry is this: how do we remember rightly? Not by accepting the false monuments, not by pretending that plaques and flags erase the violence done, but by telling the truth, by speaking aloud what happened, by naming the desecration and refusing to let it be forgotten. To remember rightly is to honor the ʻiwi kupuna, the ancestral bones, not as curiosities of history, but as living presence. It is to say their mana is still there. It is to walk past that mound not with casual eyes, but with reverence and sorrow. And perhaps to remember rightly is also to resist the same patterns today, to resist the ways empire still tries to bury what is sacred for the sake of profit. E ola na iwi kupuna. May the ancestral bones live. E malama kako I kaʻana. May we care for the land. E hoʻomanao o mau kako I ka oia'a io. May we always remember the truth. May we remember rightly. May we honor those beneath the mound. May we speak their truth so that silence does not become erasure and false monuments do not stand as the last word.